What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Oh man, what the hell? Hey, motherfuckers, welcome to another edition of the What the Hell podcast. I'm Sean.
I'm TJ.
And that magnificent jackass, he's not here. He's not here.
No.
He's recovering from our last episode and doing what our last episode talked about, fucking moving. So we pray for his sanity. I don't think they broke anything like on themselves. I don't know if they broke any of their furniture or whatever, but sucks to be him and Lynn, let me tell you.
Yeah, pretty much.
So be back soon-ish, whenever they can. But yeah, they're recovering from moving, but that doesn't stop us. We're gonna fucking keep going on because we care about you, what the hellions, and we know you're anxiously anticipating the next episode. You're waiting, going, when the fuck are they gonna do it?
Yeah, just smashing that refresh button.
That's right. That's right. We're doing it now. We're doing it now. And again, we talked about this before, where we want to make sure we stayed on a relatively tight schedule and get it out there. So here
just
we are.
We're the consistency.
Yeah. Here we are. It's Thursday night. We're recording. I'll when we're done, I'll upload this and it'll be out, sometime tomorrow. Maybe the audio will be out tonight for sure. But by the time the video renders and all that shit, might be tomorrow for the YouTube channel. Anyway, that having been said, please don't be lazy asses. I'm not going to say the word that magnificent jackass uses, but don't be lazy asses. Get out there, like, rate, subscribe, comment. Again, show suggestions. You just want to cuss us out, whatever. What the hell podcast at yahoo.com is the email address. Constructive criticism, non-constructive criticism. Just let us. You know what? Somebody, for the love of God, just email me the word hi. Right now, the only thing that comes to that email address is fucking like Chartable and letting me know how things are going. If you're listening, you can get on your fucking phone, what the hell podcast at yahoo.com. Just email me hi. I won't even write you back. I'll just delete it because I know you don't want like spam or some shit, and I don't do that. But it comes to me. So just fucking email me hi. Okay? Please? Please?
See, I like to think of it as they're just so happy with this podcast, they have nothing bad to say.
I like the way you think. That's fucking amazing. Sorry, little Coke and bourbon there. Had to get it going. How's your week been?
Positive spin on it.
I like that.
Stressful.
No, don't like it.
Well,
no, like it. I'm gonna shoot that one down. No stressful weeks. Although
manager on vacation.
Go ahead. I was saying my answer would be exactly the same, so I have nothing to talk about. Bitch about there.
Yeah. I mean, manager on vacation, just a bunch of extra shit I got to worry about. So, always the fun time. It ends tomorrow at 5:00. So,
right there you go.
And I have a 3-day weekend coming up. So,
oh, very good, very good. I like that. I would say the same. Stressful, dealing with a lot of shit at work. Just crazy shit that I won't repeat on the air. But and the other part of that is like you've got the 3-day weekend coming up. I am I think three weeks out from vacation. 3 weeks from Saturday, 3 weeks from day after tomorrow, vacation. Mm-hmm. So, and you know how that goes when you're looking forward to a vacation, time just starts slowing down.
Oh, 100%.
So where it seems like the weeks, like I'm blinking, I'm going, fuck, it's the middle of August in 2022 already.
Yep.
Now time's starting to slow down because it's it's like three weeks seems like a long time. It's fucking not. But time is starting to slow down now, and by the time it's time to go on vacation, be like, fuck, it's time, let's go.
Yeah, because now you're entering what I like to call the void.
Yes.
Because as everyone knows, time slows down when you're at work. No matter if you enjoy what you do or not. It inevitably does. It just does. but time is super fast when you're outside of work doing whatever you need to do.
Right. You fucking blink and you're like, man, I've been doing this shit all day. This has been great. Well, why can't this happen while I'm at work? Well, because
Yeah.
it's fucking work. That's why.
But when you're going on vacation, it bleeds over into the free time.
Yep.
So now you're in the void where you're just like, get me through this day, not even just like my work day, but just the whole day. Just make it go away.
Yeah.
I don't want this day. Get me to that day. I want that day.
Yes. Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head. I like that. Yeah. Because the benefit, and for the record, it's another cruise. You already know that. And it's got when you log in to the website, it's got a countdown, right? So I don't particularly pay close attention to the countdown because I know it's so far off. And when you look at it, it's like, when you log in, it's like 142 days until cruising. I'm like, I don't fucking care. It's 142 days away, right? Now you log in, and it's getting ready to be 21.
Yeah.
Now it's like, oh shit, it's getting close. And then
it's paid for.
Yeah, and it's all paid for. It's just time. It's time to fucking go, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like this, I'm ready to get in the car. I'm ready to drive my 3.5 hours down to Galveston and get in the hotel and be like, all right, tomorrow morning, I'm getting on the ship. And you and I have talked about it 100 times. I'm gonna drag your ass on. I actually got our sister to admit that she probably needs to come down and go on one. So we're gonna have to coordinate that shit. I burped off microphone so it wouldn't be in your ear because I know that drives you nuts.
I appreciate that.
My pleasure, sir. But I love my cruises. I think they are the best vacations. They are a huge fucking value if you do it right. I just to be able to completely, almost 100% disconnect from the world is amazing. And the only reason I say it's almost is because you still can watch like TV news on the TV in your room.
Oh no.
I don't, right? I don't, but it's still there. But other than that, I don't, I'm not paying for the fucking Wi-Fi. I'm not paying to hook my phone to the satellite service that's on the boat and all that shit. And I see people doing they're still on their Facebook and doing whatever and on the phone. And I'm like, you guys are missing the entire point of what you paid for.
Okay. In their defense, to play devil's advocate, if you were a lot younger and all your children were a lot younger, I bet you would feel differently about this.
Probably. To a degree, just because let's say the children are on the ship, right? They have an app for the ship that does all of the
No. You're by yourself. Your children are at home.
Oh, then absolutely.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, one of the cruises we went on that my stepdaughter wasn't available to go on, the wife did buy the internet package because it included WhatsApp, so they could text back and forth without it incurring the 50 cents per text or some shit that you want to do for like the roaming, right? But if you buy the internet package, which was like $5 a day, you could post on Facebook or do Facebook Messenger or WhatsApp and all that, and it didn't cost anything. So I'm just like, no, I want to disconnect from the world. I want to focus on the fact that I'm on a cruise ship. Everybody's job there is to make me happy, have a good fucking time. And again, I will say this to anybody: if you're on the fence about taking a fucking cruise, try it. Just try it. It may not be for you. It may not be for everybody. I've had amazing experiences 99.9% of the time. And the other 0.1 was rough seas, and there's nothing you can fucking do about that shit.
Yeah,
I've been at quote unquote at sea with Carnival 70 days altogether over the span of 11 years, I think. And I've had, out of all of that, I've had 3 days where the sea was so rough that I'm like, fuck this, because I get motion sick. 3 out of 70. Pretty good ratio.
And this What the Hell podcast is sponsored by Carnival Cruise Lines.
Oh, hey, I'd trust me. I would thought about starting a whole other fucking YouTube channel, because that's all a lot of them do is hey, tips and tricks and all that. And with me having been on 11 already, 12th one coming up in 3 weeks, I got some tips and tricks. So anyway, that's neither here nor there. You know, for the What the Hellions. But again, if you're on the fence, give it a fucking whirl. You never know. My wife is deathly afraid of water. She had near drowning experience as a child. I convinced her to go on it. She was highly skeptical. Loved it. So that's all I'll say about that. Enough. Breathe. All right. So let's talk. Let's kind of get into a little bit of, and I think we cover. Do we cover kind of tweaking the show on the air? Or do we do that like separately off on an episode?
I don't remember.
So we're gonna, I mean, I thought of the What the Hell podcast as something that drives you nuts and annoy you, right? We did a lot of shows.
Oh yeah, we did this on air.
Was it on air? Okay.
Yeah, so it doesn't always have to be.
Not always going to be. It might, because I think some of our best shows are just us shooting the shit, and quite honestly, busting on each other has been some of the most entertaining shit I've ever seen. But it won't always be us ragging on shit that annoys us. But today, I saw something the other day that I texted the group that fucking annoyed me. So we're gonna do that. And all right, let's just dive in with fucking both feet. Is there a person? There's very few people in the United States that can't go to Walmart. Right? They're huge. It's fucking Walmart, right? And one of the biggest bitches about Walmart for all time, and I've been to Walmarts across the fucking country during the travels, was always they would have 28 to 30 registers and 4 open at a time, even during the fucking holidays. Right? It's like, why do you have all these registers if you're not going to open them? And I think Walmart has kind of heard this criticism, because I don't know about where you're at there in Michigan, but down here, they've ripped out almost all the registers and turned them into self-checkouts. Do you have that experience up there?
No.
Oh my God. So the Walmart you're familiar with, close to the house, Lewis Henna, 35, is almost all, I mean, there might be 3 or 4 quote unquote check stands that a cashier would have to attend. The rest has been self-checkout stations. Now, the one thing that I think they did smartly, because again, you did the whole thing, you did the retail down here with HEB, and they had self-checkout, and I know you were dealing with that. But
a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Because I was good at it.
And for some reason, if you're not familiar with this, right, there are checks and balances built into these computers to make sure that you're not fucking ripping people off. So where you put the stuff in the bag, that's actually a scale that literally knows how much that can of tomato sauce weighs.
See, it's not like that up here anymore.
Really? It's like that here still.
No, you could take the bags off the scale all day up here.
Okay, well, depending on, and that's where we're going to get to in a minute, depending on where you're at and what you're doing. But again, so when the self-checkout came out, it was
unexpected item in bagging area, please remove. Unexpected item in bagging area, please remove.
Right? If you move too fast, if you're like you and me that move faster than the fucking computer, especially you, because you were fucking rated on how many items you could scan per hour.
Yeah.
And you were too fast, it would assume that you were putting something in the bag that you didn't scan, therefore you were going to steal it.
Yeah, well, now up here, if that happens, it will show you a picture of yourself on the screen
Oh yeah.
going, missed item.
Yeah, I've seen that. That happens here too. Like, it looks like you didn't scan this, motherfucker.
Yeah. So, like, that's why I think, like, to me, because I haven't run into a scale U-scan in a while.
I think they're still there. I'm pretty sure all these still are. Yeah, I think. Anyway, what's happened down here is Walmart has actually put in 2 different kinds of these self-checkout stations, right? One of them, and it's funny, I should have taken a picture so we could put up, but one of them, it literally says put cart here, right? It's so you're not blocking the way. And it's basically designed to be the express checkout, right? It's got one bag hanger. It's got a square size of about 2 foot square, right?
Yeah, we
it's
got
like-
them up here.
Okay, so you get it. And to me, that means you got 4 or 5 items, right? Scan, 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 put them in the bag, get the fuck out of my Walmart, right?
Card only, no cash.
Oh yeah, big time. And now it's to the point that the Walmart here has got someone that's directing you to which one to go to, whether or not you're doing cash or card. Anyway, but the Walmart also here has another, this was newer, type of U-scan that is much larger, right? It's probably got 4 bags hanging back, and it's it's the size of the bagging area is kind of the size of a typical desk, right? So if I'm sitting here looking at where my computer's on, I'm like, yeah, that's about the size of where you would put your bags.
Yeah, I'd say that.
Yeah. So clearly that's designed for people that are doing a heavier amount of shopping at Walmart, right? They're not running in because they ran out of toilet paper. They're running in because it's the midweek shopping session.
It's shopping day.
Yeah, right. I need bread, milk, eggs, Cokes, beer, meat, cereal,
Produce.
all the above, right? So you can already see where I'm going with this. I'm in Walmart the other day, and the thing that fucking led me to text you guys with topic idea is I'm standing there, and I got a motherfucker in front of me, a couple people in front of me because I'm still in line, at the small self-serve checkout with an overflowing cart. What the hell? Can you not fucking look at this thing and go, this is not going to work the way I think it is? Because to your point, now you can take those extra bags off, but your cart's so fucking full, you're not going to have anywhere to put the goddamn bag.
Well, before, when it was scales and I would work U-scan, and people would try to come up and they would start their order, and I would immediately walk over, like, sir, you cannot do this here. You have to get in a normal line.
Why?
You have 343 items in your cart. That's why.
I don't okay. Number one, I don't understand how in today's day and age, people don't make that connection going, the amount of shit I have in my cart greatly exceeds the loading capacity on said U-scan. I probably should not go here.
You know why? Because these companies still expect people to be smart. People are fucking idiots.
I have no argument for that. I have no comeback. I can't discount what you just said in any way, shape, or form.
Well, and that's the thing though, because like as someone that's worked a U-scan and just watched people just fuck their way through it, just I don't understand this. Like calm the fuck down and just listen to it.
Oh my God, yes. Oh my God, yes. Please go continue.
Well, I
My
mean,
God.
how many times I've had to come over and like correct something or just do something, and it's just like a simple thing, like I scanned this coupon and it's not accepting it. It accepted it. It's just waiting for you to put it in the fucking slot. That's all you got to do.
And it's on the screen and it's probably audibly telling you to do that.
My payment's not going through. You got to hit credit, dude.
Fucking again, to your point. And you can say this honestly about apps on your phone, websites that you visit. If you just slow the fuck down and read and or listen, you probably don't need tech support. Because how many times, so if the guy's standing there holding a six-pack of Coke, right? And it's like he's trying to scan the next thing, but he's holding on to something, and the machine's going, please place the item in the bagging area. Please place the item in the bagging area. Sir, please place the item in the bagging area. And what I want, which will never happen, and what you want is I want at some point the fucking computer to go, look, dumbass, you can't fucking do anything else until you do what I'm fucking telling you to do. So please, for the love of God, place your fucking item in the bagging area. Now. Do it now. Right fucking now. Because it says it on the screen. The computer is saying it in the nicest way possible, and the guy's going, I can't scan.
Because, like, personally, me, I love a U-Scan. Huge fan. But it's just the people that don't understand how to use them. That's what causes the clusterfuck.
Right. And in this day and age, I mean, okay, how long have fucking barcode scanners been in play?
Ever since I've been alive.
Right. When we would fucking be holding onto the cart, going to Kroger with mom as fucking small children, right? They weren't typing in UPC codes. It was doot, doot. So the technology, yes, it's advanced, but the idea is the same. Scan the UPC, which literally stands for what? Universal Product Code. That means the can of Dole green beans has the same code at Walmart as it does at HEB, as it does at Kroger, blah, blah, blah. It's universal. So that being said, and again, I think we're expecting too much because there is no such thing as common sense. It should be called uncommon sense. That when you walk up, even if you don't look at the screen, the idea is find the barcode, swipe it across the glass thing, and listen for the beep. If you hear the beep, put it in the bag. That's about
or just the area.
Yeah. That's about the level of training you need to operate a U-Scan. Find the thingy, listen for the beep, put it in the area or the bag. Get your thing out of the thing, beep, doot, that, beep, boom. End of fucking story. And you're sitting there and the screen is telling you what's going on. Similar to, websites or apps. And it's telling you what to do. But you don't read the fucking warning or you don't listen because you have no fucking sense.
So
if this is you, don't go to U-Scan. Find the 3 open registers.
I've also just thought of something.
God help us all. What'd you think of?
Because when I go to U-Scan, I'm very tactical. Like, because especially as a former retail worker, I've bagged many many groceries.
He is man of many bagged groceries.
Well, I mean, so cold goes with cold, and da 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 da.
Don't put my soap in with my food.
Yeah, I think people are just going in there like the wild, wild west, and then just fucking panicking when they realize what they've done.
There's probably some of that.
Like, I gotta put the dial with the fish. Oh no! Oh no!
I think you're right. I think there's got to be some of that going on.
I have. Excuse me. I'm convinced there is. There has to be.
Yeah.
Because like I said, when I walk up to U-Scan, I usually go, all right, where's the cold? All right, because I usually keep all my cold in my cart together.
Right.
Just bam, 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 bam. If I can fit it all in one bag, cool. If not, two. Done.
Right.
Next, canned goods and all that shit. I'm convinced there's just people just like fucking chips. Boop. Here's a fucking 4-pound ketchup. Boop. In that bag.
Not putting it all together up here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. These are the same ones that have a cart full of shit that go to the fucking U-Scan that's got the 2 square foot area in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now here, this is the crazy part, right? Because if you have the empty fucking cart, if you've got the 5 or 10 items, you can go to the mega scan area because you're going to be in and out like this.
Oh
right?
yeah.
That's not a problem. But if you're not that person and you've got the fucking mega cart, for the love of God, don't go to the fucking tiny scan area. And where we're at, the Walmart here, again, I don't know if it's counterintuitive, but they've got it roped off now where you got to go in and then someone's got to direct you to what scan to go to, even though they've got the giant green and red lights. Like
oh, nobody ever pays attention to those.
Even more prevalent than the ones you had, HB. They're like flags, right? Green, like I'm open. Come over here.
It does not matter.
Right? I'm looking at those, and half the time I got to tell the person that the Walmart attendant, I'm like, hey, 23 is open. I'm going over there. Right? But then and this is the other part, if the Walmart attendant sees you with a full fucking thing of groceries and sends you to the smaller U-Scan area, stop, protest. Like, no, that one's probably not going to work for me. I'd rather go over here. Can you send the person behind? Let's have a little fucking sense. Let's have some fucking sense. Because all you're going to do, if you're that fucking person that's got a cart full of shit and a fucking 2x2 fucking square bagging area, is you're fucking it up for 47 people behind you.
Well, no, I mean, coming from the other side at that point, if it's a weight-based scale, the person working that U-Scan should be told. And then they're just going to sit there and just go, okay, scale, okay, scale, okay, scale, okay, scale.
Yeah. Yeah, override, right?
Yeah, and just get them out of there.
Yeah, agreed. But I think there's got to be some self-realization like, dude, I going here is probably not a good idea. I don't think it's a good idea. Furthermore, compiling onto this issue, and I've seen this go, you're not on Facebook anymore, but I've seen this go around Facebook, and I have to agree. Walmart, if you're going to turn me into your cashier, you have no fucking right to inspect my receipt as I walk the fuck out. I get it.
Depends on what you're walking out on.
No,
okay.
Okay.
I mean,
but if I don't have a fucking TV or Xbox or computer in my fucking cart and it's just a bunch of fucking Walmart bags, you effectively turn me into your employee. You don't get to check my fucking receipt. If I got a fucking big item, right, high dollar, high chance of getting fucking stolen, I actually don't have a problem with that. It doesn't bother me at all. But if you're gonna fucking turn me into your employee and make me do your job for you, I'm doing this on the way out the door. Is you're like, sir, I'm like, fuck you, I did my job. I'm being over the top with it because I don't typically do that. But if I'm having a day and you're being a butt about it when I've got 3 bags, no, I'm not fucking stopping. I'm like, fuck you. I checked out.
See,
You just fucking saw me do it.
I've never had this problem. Honestly.
Where they stop you?
I mean, if I have like a big ticket item or like the security alarm falsely goes off, but like,
Yeah,
and
that I have no problem with. None.
And I usually, when I'm walking out the door of a store, I'll keep my receipt in my hand. I'm like, there's no point putting this in my pocket right now.
Right.
So
I do too.
the way,
Dry throat. Got some little dust bunny there.
sorry about
We
that.
pause for alcohol consumption.
But the way I feel about it is like, I haven't done anything wrong. Here's my receipt. Check it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.
And again, I'm being over the top for sake of the podcast because I have not physically yet told the the poor Walmart greeter / checker person to fuck off. It's been in my head, and I've been irritated with it a little bit.
Yeah.
But I haven't because I get it. They're doing a job. They're doing what they have to do. And again, I actually thought it was kind of genius when they gave them iPhones and they scanned your receipt and then scanned whatever the item is just to make sure it was paid for.
Yeah.
I'm like, dude, yep, you're good, go. It took no time. I was fine with it. That was before they put in 99% U-scans, right? And again, I'm being a little over the top with it, but there are certain days where I'm just like, you know what, fuck you. I'm not stopping. What are you gonna do? I paid for my shit. Leave me alone.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're walking out of there with like butter
Yeah.
in a bag, it's just all right. Yeah. It's receipt butter. Like, yeah, I'm here to rip you off for like $2.19.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk by and just do this. I'm not gonna stop. I got it. Fuck off. You know, and like I don't even remember what kind of I know there's certain things like anything on the bottom of the cart, right? Underneath that kind of trigger, so 24 pack of Cokes, right? So the scan the receipt there, I'm like, yeah, okay, fine, whatever. I can because I've legitimately almost forgot that shit one time.
Well, I mean, again, other side of the industry, that's a huge theft thing.
Yeah.
Is the underside of the card. So of course they're gonna check that.
Yeah. So stuff like that, I'm not even gonna complain about. But if and half the time these people are standing right next to the U-scan area, so you just saw me there. And you see me coming off, you see me pull the receipt off.
Well, true, but at the same time, do you really think they're just sitting there staring at you?
Well, it's
Like,
me. It's me. Of course they're staring.
Yeah. That's like I want to slap the shit out of you right now.
I'm unique. I'm an overweight white guy in America. I'm unique.
Yeah, like 100%. They're still trying to do their job too, because I mean, everybody says hi to me on my way into the store, so
yeah. Again, I'm over the top, but there's part of me that's just like, you know what, fuck you. You're gonna make me do your job, fuck you. I think there's part of that with everybody. It just depends on the day. If you've had a stressful week, you don't want to deal with it, and you're like, oh my god, I just want to get out of here because I just had to wait behind the guy that had 800 items in the smaller U-scan area. I think some people are justified and be like, no, fuck you, I'm not doing it. Bye.
yeah, but here's the other reason why that everything is being turned into U-scans is because before it was the same with express lanes and regular lanes.
Yeah.
This is before U-scan got introduced. And now everybody that was a cashier no longer wants to be a cashier because they're dealing with constantly pissed off people, and they just go, "This ain't fucking worth it."
Yeah, that's actually a pretty valid point, right? Because the level of patience.
Everybody did this.
Yes.
Everybody.
Yeah. That's a fucking huge point. I can't stress that enough. I'm just thinking about it. People watching as you're in line, for the way that some of these people treat the cashiers at your local grocery store, the cashiers at your local convenience store, for
Well,
that
I
matter.
mean, I had people come through my line, and the first thing out of this dude's mouth was, "I fucking hate being here." And the only thing I could think is, then why are you here?
Yeah. Like, thank you, sir, because I really want to be here and listen to you come in here and tell me how much you hate me for working here.
The prices are too damn high. I don't set the prices. You literally put your shit on my belt, I scan it, and I go, "You owe me $122. Thank you. Here's your shit. Have a nice day."
Yeah. I think we've talked about that before too. It's like that's the same as holding the server accountable and your steak is not cooked right. Server
Yeah.
didn't cook your fucking steak, bro. Got news
Yeah.
for you. Don't be a dick to your server who's working for $2.13 an hour in most cases and is relying on your tips, and you want to be an ass because your food came out wrong. Not the server's fault. Unless it's like something visibly you can see, like tacos, and you want to know tomatoes, and someone put tomatoes on the tacos, then the server needs to go, "Hey, I said this should be no tomatoes." But if your steak is overcooked because you wanted medium and you got well, not the server's fault. Don't take it out on them, and don't be a dick about the tip to them.
You also don't have to get all up in your feelings if something goes wrong.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just go, "Hey, can we fix this?" And 95% of the time they'll go, "Yeah, oh, I'm so sorry about that." And they'll fix it.
Yeah. With a quickness too. With a quickness. So that goes right back into what you're saying. The guy walks up to you like, "I don't want to fucking be here. The prices are too high. Would you like me to grab a manager so you can tell them about this? Because all I do is this." Doot, doot. I don't know.
Well, it just ties back into like, well, that's why you have to deal with all U-scans now, because no human being wants to put up with that. So they're like, let robots put up with that. Just like people are like, you go into McDonald's now and you get the ordering kiosk. Like, yeah, because you treated these people like shit and
Yep.
nobody wanted to do this job.
Yeah.
That's what you did. All
Agreed.
of you as a collective.
Agreed. Oh my God. As a multi-decade veteran of the QSR, aka fast food industry, TJ just he's dropping bombs because that's exactly the fucking truth. That's
Like-
exact hardcore real fucking truth.
Like I can't blame people. Like, and I'm sorry. Like, and I know like the pandemic's been hard on everybody, but you see all these like fast food and all these places hiring, and everybody's like, nobody wants to work. And it's like, it's not that nobody wants to work. It's just people want to feel like they're valued at work.
Nobody wants to get treated like shit.
Yeah, that's it. All you have to do. That's it. And well, I don't agree with everything I do. Look at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Agreed. That part of it, I've said this, I don't know if I said it on the show before, but we've created, as a society, I think, we've created a problem because and I think it started with my generation, maybe a little bit before it, where the expectation was, you got to go to college, you got to get a degree. You got to go to college, you got to get a degree. You are nothing if you don't go to fucking college and get a fucking degree. Hey, go to college, get a degree. Even if you have to be in debt for the rest of your fucking life, go to college and get a degree. that was pounded repeatedly into our heads from middle school on.
Coming
Right?
from people that it costs them like probably about $6,000.
Yeah. And there are multiple, and I mean multiple, trades, skilled trades that you don't need a degree that you can earn a great living in. And there's nothing wrong with it. And it's
No.
also, by the way, needed.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you talk to people that are plumbers and you're going, I don't want to work with poop. Well, you know how much of plumbing is actual repairs? It's about that much. What about I don't know, being a plumber that's building the plumbing system for a fucking skyscraper? Those got to have pipes. They got to work. Right? So there's an aspect of it where you're dealing with issues, but more of that's in actual new construction or rebuilds, stuff like that. Very lucrative. Welders, mechanics, like honest fucking mechanics, welders, carpenters, all that shit. Truck drivers. I get truck drivers get the bad rap. I got news for you. A truck driver makes pretty good fucking money, for those of you that don't know. But we've beat this thing into our head, in the heads where you got to go to college. You ain't shit if you don't go to college. You got to get your degree. No. If you want to work construction, there's nothing wrong with that. You want to be a welder, there's fucking nothing wrong with that. Our mother told us for years, I don't give a fuck what you do, just be the best at it. You can be a garbage man, just be a damn good one. Don't care.
I work in a skilled trade.
Yeah.
Not everybody can do what I can do.
Exactly.
And I don't mean that in like, oh, look at me. But I mean, there are some people that would get into my job and just be like, I cannot do this.
I mean, I'll be the first person to say it takes a very specific and special person to deal with A, dead bodies, and B, the grieving families tied to those dead bodies. It takes a very fucking special person to do that shit. And I don't say that because you're my brother. I say it because it's a fucking fact.
Yeah, but I mean, to my point, like there's no shame in a special trade. I've been
No.
successful. I've been very successful.
Yeah.
And I'm not trying to like toot my own horn or anything, but I mean, even like shit like HVAC, they're hurting too.
God. Oh my God, yeah. Look, and I'll be the first person to say, I have no shame that I've worked in the fast food industry for years upon years.
Oh, I did. When so many sandwich shops, and I did retail. Like
when I got out of the Army and I started working for corporate owned McDonald's, right? Like, oh, McDonald's store manager, and some people would make comments, and I'd look at them and go, "So what do you do?" And they'd say some shit. I'm like, well, I'm responsible for a business that does $2.2 million a year in sales just in my location. Forget the brand that I'm a part of, but I'm responsible for the maintenance, the upkeep, the food safety, the human resources. I do this for a $2 million a year business. Can you say that? And they go, well, no. I'm like, well, then maybe you should shut the fuck up.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right? I got news for you. Yeah, it's fucking hard work. There's nothing wrong with being in the fast food industry, especially if you get into management. And I've had a pretty successful career in it.
Yeah.
I'm really fucking happy where I'm at right now. I love it.
Yeah,
and there's nothing wrong with it. This thought, oh, I don't want to work fast food. Hey, there's nothing wrong with working fast food. Nothing.
Well, I also don't have student loans.
Neither do I. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's the part that's also the part that pisses me off, though, right? Is and we've segued into the whole of the conversation, but that's the part that pisses me off is, our sister has a master's degree, which I think is amazing.
It's outstanding. I could never do it.
Exactly. And the problem is, yes, the studies show and everything else, yes, your salary's higher in most cases, especially starting, if you have a degree. But the problem is when you take out the money you have to pay back for your fucking student loans, where do you think that puts you? It's not even equal anymore. You're actually making less because you're paying on student loans for how many fucking years? Forever.
Pretty much the rest of your life.
You know, I'm sorry if you're dropping $400, $500, $600 a month just to pay for your student loans. Maybe you'd be better off not getting the student loans and just working your way up. And I'll be the first person to admit when I'm looking at hiring people, when I've looked at hiring people, I will go for the people with experience over the people with degrees and no experience all day long. If you happen to have both, you're a unicorn and I'll fucking hire you in a second. But I'm going to take experience over education almost every time. Just my personal experience. Anyway, that having been said, going back to where we got on this, the fact, reeling it in, right? Doing the TJ. Reeling it back in. To his point, going back to the reason this shit is going on is because people don't want to deal with your shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is.
I mean, we are in an age that the old adage of if you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all, just fucking seems to be gone.
It is.
If you don't have anything, this person's the person that walked up to you and said, I fucking hate being here. Right? 30 years ago, that wouldn't have been said because it would have been considered rude and inappropriate.
Well, I mean, me as a person, just personally, I just go, why is that my problem? Like, that is not my problem. Just chances are, I think I was probably about 22 at the time, working at HEB. And this is just me being a 22-year-old wanting to go out and have fun. But I was like, yeah, I hate fucking being here too. I didn't tell you that though.
Yeah. Exactly. Because that person would run around like, hey, you know what your employee just said to me?
Yeah. Well, I mean, not back then, but yeah, probably nowadays.
Oh, I think even back then too, depending on who it was. But I mean, we've got to that point where nobody has a filter anymore. We just feel like in the digital age, we have the right to say whatever we want to say, regardless of what it does to somebody else. And I get it. We're Americans, free speech, blah, 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 fucking blah. But why do you want to be that person? That's what I don't understand. Why do you want to be that person? Like, oh, you're just a fucking fast food manager.
What is so wrong inside your brain? And I understand people have bad days. I get it. I totally get it. But what is so wrong with your day that you have to take it out on some random fucking stranger?
Yep.
I have friends that will literally let me yell at them at the top of my lungs. And look at me and go, you feel better? Yeah. And it's not even about them, it's just about general shit.
Yeah.
But you feel better? Yeah. Boom.
It's a
Let me
release.
go on.
It's a release.
Like, why do you feel like that's okay? That's what I wonder.
Agree.
Why, like, what in your brain tells me it's okay to just like go in hard? Because guess what? Like,
Okay. you kind of just put it in perspective. Okay, so what if, going back to how we started this, I talked about the guy or gal, I don't remember for sure, that was had the full cart at the wrong U-Scan. I see it. It annoys me. But I don't do anything about it. Right?
Yeah.
Because those are the ones that we just talked about. Those are the people that would run up to that person and start going off on them while they're trying to scan their shit, going, why are you right here? You're fucking stupid. Do you not understand? And literally think about it. Have some restraint. I can think whatever the fuck I want, but it doesn't give me the right to go up there and shit all over that person, even though I think they're dumb.
I have a story.
Story time.
So this was 2020. Thanksgiving.
Yes, the year we would always like to forget.
Well, of course, but Thanksgiving 2020. So obviously nothing was really going on.
Yeah.
So I decided I'm going to go out and get myself a little just like turkey breast, just boom, throw it in the air fryer, make up some, stuff and mashed potatoes, have my own little Thanksgiving, And of course, like a dumbass, like a sporer, I forgot something, had to go to Meijer on Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
So, I get whatever I needed, and I'm standing in the U-Scan line. I got one of them little like mini cards, which are, by the way, sidebar, one of the greatest inventions ever.
Agreed. Applause. For the mini carts.
So, obviously U-Scan line is a mile long.
Yeah.
So I'm just, it's Thanksgiving. You're in a grocery store. You just kind of settle it. You don't, not sitting there like, all right, no. No, you just like, all right, line will move when it moves.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Accept it. You're the dumbass for being there in the first place, right?
So there's like, I get up, I'm the third person in line. In front of me is probably a dude, probably about like 6'2", 6'3", black dude, really cool. And in front of him is probably like a 65-year-old, just like white hair old man. And in front of him, that person goes, and this dude like ran into the middle of the raceway, which is like the middle of the aisle, because you keep that clear.
Yep.
And it's just like, this guy has more than 15 items. He should not be allowed to go through this line. And then the black dude is like, whoa, bro, dude, what is going on with you? And I immediately chime up with like, yeah, dude, it's Thanksgiving. You're gonna have to wait. He immediately shut the fuck up.
Oh, I love it. Male Karen.
Black dude just turned around and looked at me and just nodded.
I love it. What's a male Karen? Do we ever come up with a name for that person?
A Chad.
A Chad. I like it. I like that. That's pretty good. Yeah. Again, be a little more fucking self-aware. Like, oh my god, dude, come on. It's like this has been way back on the podcast, but it's like the guy that's going off at the lady at the Southwest counter when the flight got canceled. Like, yeah, she personally canceled your fucking flight, Holmes.
Yeah, she went out there and pissed in the plane's engine.
Yeah. And so you want to fucking sit there. She's having a bad day too, buddy. I mean, maybe not as bad as yours because you're not going to get where you need to go in, but you don't need to be a dick. It's not her fault. It's not.
Well, I mean, and that's the problem though, is like I understand people get mad and are just upset.
Yeah.
And I'm sure there are a lot of situations that people see on the outside that will like people will think about on the inside and just be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. But like as a society, we need to learn how to control that.
Yeah. Button that shit up a little bit there, buddy.
Like the internet got you too used to like yeah, you might get a response and it might be like words,
Yeah. Keyboard
but
bully.
eventually you're gonna piss off the wrong person. Someone's gonna swing on you
Yeah.
and
Yep.
not care who you are.
Yeah. Agreed. Agreed. But that also ties back in, right? Like, have a little self-awareness to where, hey, if you're got a cart full of shit, go to the right U scan. Don't fuck it up for everybody behind you. Right? Don't we've said it I don't know how many times on the show, right? Just be a decent fucking human being.
That's all I'm asking.
Just be a decent human. You will actually find, I think, your life gets better if you fucking try this. And as a fucking side effect, the lives of people around you get better.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously. Fucking again, put your cart in the fucking cart corral. Have some common sense when you open the door. Don't ding it. And for the love of God, if you've got $500 worth of groceries, don't go to the U scan that's designed for $25 worth of groceries.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I know we've hammered this point home on this podcast a billion times, but this is my message and I'm proud of it. Just fucking be a good human.
Yeah.
We need more good humans.
And we're
I
gonna
need
keep
a lot more good humans.
we're gonna keep hammering the message home until we fucking see some goddamn improvement, people. We see the downloads, we know you're listening. Make you sorry, I don't want to go all Michael Jackson, but look at yourself in the mirror. What can you do today to be less of a douche? Think about it. We're all douches at a point.
Of course. But my secret is I realized like you just gotta relax.
Oh yeah.
Like if something happens, like, oh, my order's fucked up. Well, maybe I like tomatoes now.
Right.
I'll do that. I will literally do that. And it has taught me that I like certain stuff now in my life that I had not previously liked.
Exactly.
Now, if you're allergic, I understand, or you just simply like green pepper, yeah, I'm sending that shit back. But
Oh yeah.
yeah, you know.
And here's the funny part. Again, I guess in the digital age it's worse. I've been doing this a long time. I have never, and I mean never, seen this thing where people are fucking up orders on purpose. If they are, it's just bad fucking management. Okay. But and I'll be the first person to admit, okay, the funny story, you've heard it before. You have, maybe not with the Hellions, but again, many years ago, working for McDonald's. Busy day, working our asses off, and an honest, funny, and stupid mistake. Customer walks back up, and you can tell he's going to complain about something, and I run over to take care of it, and he's like, "Yeah, you forgot the meat on my burger."
Oh, never get that.
Right? Okay. Wasn't done on purpose. Right? Not thinking, trying too hard, working too fast. And clearly the guy was upset, but he wasn't super dick about it. And yeah, I mean, it's like, oh my God, so sorry. Remade the food, gave him his money back, even though he didn't ask for it. Like, no, that was freaking stupid. But again, yes, I know it happens with some people, and it's a probably a video thing now that people put on TikTok or whatever, where it's like, oh, I'm gonna fuck this up on purpose. But most of the time, and I'm gonna say it's in the high 80s to 90% of the time, it's an honest, genuine, just mistake. It's not done because look at this motherfucker. I'm putting tomatoes on his shit, even though he said no tomatoes. Fuck him.
Yeah, no, okay. Before I get into that, sidebar. If this was okay, obviously, being in your position, I'd have looked at the dude and been like, so let me replace your food. You want to double for the patty we missed?
Oh yeah, I
You know
go
what I mean?
when shit like that goes on. I go above and beyond because number one, yeah, it's embarrassing, but at the same time, it's like, look, show that
Did
you give a fuck.
well, show you give a fuck, but also didn't mean for it to happen. Sorry about it.
Yeah,
Like, and that's the thing, especially again, I've worked in numerous sandwich restaurants.
yeah.
I worked with copious amounts of people. And in my experience, I mean, I don't know what these people are thinking, but for the most part, any mistake I've seen has never meant to been a mistake.
Yeah.
Especially
it's not that malintent like I'm gonna fuck with somebody thing.
no, it's usually just it's crunch time
Yep.
and I got to get this shit out of here.
Yep. It happens. And there's
Well,
no
well, oh no, but here's why it happens because if you have to wait more than 2 minutes for your food, you
you lose
start
your
to bitch.
yeah, lose your shit. And that's kind of exactly the deal, right? Where you you don't need I get it's inconvenient and I get all that, but we're fucking human beings. Mistakes are going to happen. You don't need to be a douche about it. Go up, let them have an opportunity to fucking fix it for you. They may go above and beyond and be like, "Hey, I threw an extra patty in there," or can I give you something? You never know. But I've always found that it's like if I show a little bit of understanding, be like, "Hey, this happened," and they go, "Oh, sorry about that," and I'm gonna go, "It happens. It's good. Thanks for making it right. It's quick. It's easy. Everybody's fucking happy. Everybody's fucking happy. It's when it's handled poorly. We've all been there." Where you go to say something. I went to this many years ago. Had a problem at a Mexican restaurant here in town where the fucking refried beans came out cold. And I mean, not just warm, but you like put your finger in it and they felt refrigerated.
Hmm.
And call the manager over. I'm like,
I
yeah,
mean that
this is cold. And they were kind of snarky about it. I'm like, no, it's not just not hot enough. It's literally cold. And the lady was like, "Well, what would you like me to do? I'd like you to not be such a fucking bitch. I'm leaving and I'm not paying for anything." I've never had the case, even when I knew when I was a manager, even when I knew they were just trying to get shit for free, because there's those people.
oh 100%.
I didn't treat them like that. Even when I knew it, it was like, you know what? I'll give the food away just so they'll get out of here.
See, I got to be in one of the best positions. So at Jimmy John's, especially on delivery, this wouldn't really happen in shop, but delivery was the worst.
Mm.
So it would either be A, you fucked up my sub. All right, we'll bring you a new one. Get there. All right, where's the old one? Well, I ate it.
Yeah,
Well,
okay.
you're not. Then you're not getting a new one.
Yeah,
Apparently, you weren't that unhappy with it.
you ate it. Yeah, that.
Or B, show up with the new sub. All right, here's your new sub. Give us the old one back. Well, why do you want the old one back? Because we're not going to let you rip us off. Obviously, we didn't say that,
Yeah.
but like, I'm going to throw that shit in the trash before you think you're about to run a scheme on me.
Yeah. There's always someone trying to get something for free, but again, don't be a douche. Right?
I think that's like pretty much the message of this podcast.
Yes. Don't be a douche.
Like,
Because we're all going to find something out there that annoys us.
of course, that's the basis
Yeah.
of this fucking podcast. But also, you don't have to turn into like a super dick about it just because something goes wrong in your day. And like I said, I know people have many things going on in their lives, stressful things, all that. But come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now.
It doesn't need to be the way it is, especially lately. It really doesn't.
Mm-mm.
Don't be a douche. You know, yeah, there's going to be shit out there. It's, you know, you're going to get, to me, you get annoyed on the daily just because you get on the fucking road.
100%.
You know, if there's a day that I'm driving that I don't go fucking come on, I'm shocked, right? But I'm not getting into a road rage deal and fucking getting at a stoplight, getting out of the car and walking over, going, "Do you fucking know actually how to drive?" I'm just wondering. I'll say it in my car to myself, but I'm not putting it out there, right? I'm not dumping that into the world.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's one thing.
Instead, I'll create a podcast and fucking bitch about it on the internet.
But it's one. Well, yeah, but we're not. I mean, it's for the most part we name general situations that everybody experiences. It's not like you're like coming out here and calling out names. Like,
well, even when I had a specific experience, I didn't fucking rat anybody, right? When I talked about the collision center.
yeah, like it's not like you're like, yeah, the Taco Bell on this street. Like,
Yeah.
no,
No,
it's
100%.
not that. Like, it's just general annoyances.
Yeah.
But also, I'm not gonna spaz out on anything that I
Yeah.
brought to this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just it's more just like all right.
Have a little fucking self-awareness, people. You know, come on. We can all make the world a better place with some really simple steps. And yeah, when shit annoys you, email us about it. We'll talk shit about it. But you don't got to be an ass. And you damn sure don't got to be an ass that's someone that's just, you don't have to be an ass to someone that's just trying to make an honest living.
Yeah, you need to remember, like, you're not talking to Taco Bell. You're talking to another human being.
Yep. Agreed. So, hey, don't be an ass. Go to the right fucking U-Scan. And
Also, be good to each other, people.
And follow TJ's tagline. Fucking be good to each other, people. Well, on that note, hey, I think that's a great way to wrap it up. So you heard him. Say it again.
Be good to each other, people.
Be good to each other, people. Thanks for tuning in. Again, send me an email. Just say hi. Somebody send me a fucking email that says hi. What the hell podcast@yahoo.com. Thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you